Brittany. A region filled with gorgeous coastlines, beautiful roads, traces of old cultures and some proper surf. Perfect for the first stage of my motorcycle surf trip.
The last few days the waves were not really to brag about. It was not that much swell. But it's the quiet before the storm. All quiet, still. Not just the surfers here live in constant contact to the ocean. This whole half island, the Plage La Palue, is really deeply affected by it. There's a lot of salt manufacturing and also fishing. Speaking of fishing, we are on the way to Camaret, a small fisher village, and we're going to check it out. And there's also a boat graveyard, which I think sounds really interesting. So let's go. So we now made our way to Camaret, and on the way, on the street signs, we're kind of picking up some Breton as well. For example, Centre-ville in French is Kreiskehr. Apparently they also have the street signs in Breton. And this is the harbor of Camaret. This right here seems to be the industrial part that's still in use. You can see there are boats getting restorations right here. Little fish bar. I'm not the biggest fan of eating fish, to be honest. I don't like it. And here we have some boats. I think that they're still working on and that they are repairing. Let's make our way to the boat graveyard. I once read in a French surfing magazine that in the winter they also surf in this harbor bay, but I cannot really imagine that. I don't think it's true. We are now late September, close to October, and I don't believe it. Because I also don't think that, like, with how the harbor is shaped, that would work. Just all in all, a very beautiful little town. And over there is the boat graveyard, so let's check it out.
It is an incredible sight seeing those boats decay in the harbor, seeing the metal rust and the paint peeling off the wood, especially when keeping in mind that those boats withstood the strong forces of nature for so long and withstood thousands of waves over the many kilometers. I am fully convinced that boats in their own way are just deeply fascinating. Right next to the boat graveyard was an old church. In the church there were small boats hanging from the ceiling and loads of little boat decorations. You could really feel that this place has a special connection to the sea. This church is called Notre-Dame de Rocamadour. Rocamadour translates into rock in the water out of Breton. Roch meaning rock, a in the middle, and door water.
Lately I've been staring at the dark. Making the demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want to.
I plan on going surfing tomorrow. The waves are supposed to be quite big, but the conditions still say poor, and I don't know for what reason, but probably the waves will be quite wild and break uneven with not a lot of time in between. But that is fine, you know? Like, if you are on a surf vacation like this, you cannot really choose your conditions. So you just have to take what you get, basically. And also, we are at the Celtic Sea of France and not Indonesia. So for anyone who does a trip like this, keep that in mind. Even if the conditions are not perfect, you can always still have some good rides and amazing waves. Just takes a little bit more patience. So we now have made it to the beach. The waves don't look that great. There's a lot of onshore wind, but I'm still going to try because there are a lot of many breaking waves and maybe we can get some decent rides. And I definitely want to try that. Right now, no one really is in the water. There are a few guys in the front, but I don't think they can paddle out, which it looks like you could paddle out. Yeah, we need to see. So let's go.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You wanna stop by later? Maybe you're gonna fix something tea. You wanna grab something from the street and bring it home? Well, yeah,
When paddling out, I quickly realized it was quite hard and quite a lot of duck dives. And on top of that, it was really windy.
you want your roller coaster.
So we're now out of the water and out of the, according to the Surfcast, poor conditions. We made everything out of it what was possible. It was really good. And I mean, I realize I still really need to work on my surfing. I live in Germany, so I only get like 2 or 3 weeks at a time to even do this, and that maybe like once a year, and then with a year break in between and so on. Ooh, it's windy, I feel, with the surfboard on the side. So we're now going to the Aliment de l'Agatia, which is like stones set up in the ground, kind of like Stonehenge. I read up a little bit on it. It's also supposed to be something to track the stars or the time of year. My historic scientific French is not that great when it comes to articles like this, because the English Wikipedia doesn't say enough about it. Also, I have to say, now here in the rain, it's cold and not nice, but how the Interceptor handles, like, you can definitely feel the ABS coming on, and the first time that happened, that was kind of scary, you know, because I pressed the rear brake and I thought it was going to just lock up, you know, and the bike slides out a little bit because I needed to do an emergency brake earlier, and then it just didn't lock up, and for the first few moments it didn't brake because there was this wobbly kind of road, and on this wobbly road the tire was just not getting any traction, and ooh, yeah, I don't know, I didn't like that. Sadly, I left my rain gear at the camping ground because I just wanted to go surfing, and I didn't expect the weather to turn like this. I feel like when it comes to the surfing, I kind of need to learn how to have a better pop-up directly in the direction of the wave, because that is sometimes still a bit slow how I do it. Let's maybe not do this, what I'm doing here. It's kind of stupid. And I am pulling over. Yeah, you can see the sea over there being all kicked up by the wind. We now still need to get out of this one. So let's continue to the Aliment. I don't even know how that is called in English. Like those big rocks that got set up by people like thousands of years ago. This is very impressive. I haven't found or understood much of what this is was supposed to be. I think they're also, like, from the text that I've read, scientists are also not sure what exactly the function was. There's the some people believe that it was supposed to be a calendar. I kind of just skimmed through the text, so I don't really know how that would work, but I'm kind of guessing you have the sun setting over there, and if the time of year is changing, the sun is slightly also changing in where it sets. I mean, it always will set on that side, but it's slightly changing as when the sun is setting earlier and earlier. I mean, right now we have the sun setting right now roughly at 7, and maybe that's kind of how it works, because you have these ones on the other side, and here is where the sun goes up. So maybe. And I mean, here, the sun, when it goes up, it goes along this line and then down over there. And maybe then with the shadow of the stones you can measure some kind of calendar that would at least explain why there are no stones over there. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm making my mind about it. Probably it's wrong, because I'm no historic scientist or something. But yeah. So the weather is getting increasingly bad. I think the weather is often as bad here, as you can see with those completely bent over trees. the wind is very strong. So let's make our way back. Also, I think this is now our last day here, and tomorrow I'm going to continue down the coast because the weather is supposed to get worse and worse, and it's around 14 degrees and that's just not fun. So yeah. Ooh, this rain is now very bad, very quickly. Oi. Okay, I'm completely wet to my underwear right now. I mean, I was already wet from surfing, but the clothes are supposed to keep me warm, you know? Oh no, and into my shoes, for fuck's sake. So now comes the point where we are the most exposed to the wind. Let's see how that goes. And 3, 2, 1. Oi. Ooh. Wah. Not fun, but we have almost made it. Not far anymore into wind protection. And we're through the worst of it. So most definitely in the next episode I will make my way into warmer areas of Europe and will continue down the Atlantic coast to Landes, because this just sucks. Also, the waves are supposed to be not that great here the next few days, and a big swell is coming to Landes, so that is what you will see in the next episode. I hope you guys like what I do here on YouTube. If you want to support me, like, comment, and also the link to my Patreon and my Instagram is down in the description. So I hope I see you guys next time, and see you soon.